So another discussion at the SIT show with another luminary of the ITSM industry. Ivor Macfarlane, how are you?
Oh, luminous.
What do you think of where we are currently as an industry? Do we need to have an ITSM industry, or are we just part of a bigger picture?
I would love there not to be an ITSM industry. I came into this hundreds of years ago from a service management background, and I never saw what was so different about IT. I think I do see that what's different about IT is it goes faster. And because it goes at a non-human speed, you can't correct things. So IT service management had to take processes way more seriously, because it's the formalization of those processes that lets you get away with the speed. What IT's now done is speeded everything else up. HR and finance are all IT driven. So I don't think there is a separate need anymore, but it may be that everything's ITSM, maybe nothing's IT, but I still think service management as a broadly applicable concept has not changed over the years, apart from the technological possibilities. What certainly hasn't changed is that people can still break it really, really well, really quickly, really easily, and often unintentionally.
If you're saying that everything is ITSM, are we as an industry equipped for that? Are we equipped to be part of everything, part of the bigger business picture? I
don't think we've got the mindset yet. I think there is still a lot of people in IT who think they're different from the business. There is still an attitude of, if the IT is successful, we're successful. And I think there's a big professional gap there. People in HR don't really think that it's enough to make HR successful. They're, I think, more tied to the business than IT still is. So I think it will change, but we've been saying for 20 years it needs to change, and it's not there yet. So I think there's definitely a place for industry initiatives, industry bodies, frameworks, attitudes, culture shifts to keep driving us down that track, because we're not there yet. The talk that I was doing last year and the year before on intelligent disobedience, actually you could summarize the whole concept, I suppose, by valuing the people and their experience, and not just relying on the process and the technology. And I think that was a message I was trying to get through to IT people, is that there is more to it than technology. And that even in an IT, there is space for people being able to say, well, when they wrote the rules, I'm sure they didn't expect that to happen, so let's not put the rules in place now. So I believe there is still a big place for people, and a bigger place for people, even in a technological age.
Do we need to be different people? Do we need to change the way that we think about what it is to be an IT person or professional?
I think in a perfect world for me, we would be thinking of ourselves as working for the business, the organization first, in service management second, and in IT third. That we're delivering the service. You may write code so that service works. You may deliver the service so that the business can sell beer or cure the sick or whatever it is it does. But there's that hierarchy in place. If I could change one thing to enable the kind of things I've talked about, like intelligent disobedience, it's not getting better people. I think we've got very good people who think really well. What we don't have is a management structure that empowers them. So I think, to me, what would make an enormous change in organizations is people believing they were trusted to do what they feel is right. For management to have a no-blame attitude that encourages people to try the right thing. So sometimes they'll get it wrong, but a lot of the time they will get it right. But they would not get it right if they were made to be nervous, or made to be concerned that if they tried it and it went wrong, they would be the ones thrown out the door. So I think there's a big difference to be made by management. I worked for UK government for 23 years, and the best no-blame culture I ever worked in was actually in the Home Office, which is not where you would expect to come across it. But it made a real difference, particularly in terms of starting off to fix things with full knowledge that you have not seen in a blame culture environment, where people are keeping things to themselves lest they make it clear that it's their fault and they get blamed for it.
What's next with you? I mean, have you got any new ideas or models coming along that you're working on? Or
well, I'm very old, getting older by the day, and targeting at least retirement from doing everything I can. So in a year's time, I very much hope to be if there's something interesting, then I'll consider it, but I'm not going to say yes to everything opportunities. And what that means is that certainly the talk that I've put together or proposed for the ITSMF conference in November is actually built around that concept. So looking back over 27, 28 years and saying, I did those talks 20 years ago, talked about things 20 years ago, so we must be able to tick those off as successful. Maybe not. So that's what I want to talk about, perhaps for my last active year in this industry, is about have we actually learned over those 28 years, how many things have we learned and adopted and improved, and how many things have we been talking about for 20 years but still haven't got right yet? And can we, for God's sake, spot that and do something about it now?
Yeah, we're supposed to be good at spotting problems and things, aren't we?
Yeah.
And trends.
Well, we're very good at spotting problems and trends, less but good at doing anything about them. And there is the argument that if you take away all the problems, you haven't got a job anymore, so don't be too successful.
Well, look forward to that at the conference, and to seeing you continue to be active in the industry.
Well, I find it hard to let go after that many years.
I'm sure you'll be at these events for many years to come. Thanks very much, Ivor.
Well, thank you, Barclay. It's always a pleasure.